What's up, beautiful people? This is your girl, Chris, coming through with another podcast. Good morning. Welcome, welcome. I hope all is well. Don't forget while you're here, of course, to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. And definitely, please don't forget to drop your feedback in this chat. I am so interested in this case. This is one of the readings. This situation is a reading that I had done on the main channel, which is, of course, Blue Nola Tarot. We had done a reading about a year or so ago on Jussie Smollett and the hoax, the fake story that he had created to get sympathy, to garner sympathy from, of course, across the world. And so if you can recall, he said he was in Chicago. He went to get a Subway sandwich. It had to be in the wee hours of the morning. And he was approached by these two white guys who had MAGA hats on. They called him the N-word. They put a noose around his neck, only to find out that it was a hoax set up by Smollett himself, along with these two Nigerian brothers, right? As they started to investigate this case, it didn't take long for the brothers to turn on him. Actually, in fact, it took 2 days of them sitting in the slammer thinking about their future, where they decided to turn on him and tell the real story, which is this was a hoax, right? Come to find out, Jussie had been in a relationship with one of them. They had been meeting at the bathhouse, etc., etc. And to just give more context around it, Jussie's legal team is claiming double jeopardy. And the reason why they're claiming double jeopardy is because when he was initially charged, the DA at the time, and I believe her first name is Kim, she had dropped all charges on them because they had a close relationship, right? And so, of course, people felt that he was given special treatment. He was given, he used his privilege card in order to get out of the situation because he had a relationship with this particular woman. And so a special investigation team was called to do their own side investigation, and they recharged Smollett. So this is where the double jeopardy thing is coming in at. So, of course, Jussie put in his appeal so that he wouldn't have to return back to prison. If this appeal is approved, he will be allowed to go home, and if it is denied, he will have to serve the time that he was supposed to spend. He was supposed to actually spend at that time. The reason why I believe Jussie got out of trouble or was allowed to go home on appeal, it was because there was a lot of public, outcry. People gave all kind of excuses as to why he shouldn't be in jail and all of that. So they did let him go home. So this is through Hollywood Unlocked. The two brothers are part of this Fox Nation docuseries, along with the chief of police and some other people. And they talk about how Jussie's just one big fat liar. They said, as previously reported by the former Empire actor, who was accused of paying these two brothers only $3,500 to stage a January 2019 attack in Chicago. Remember, he supposedly went to get the Subway sandwich. So they said through a lengthy investigation, it was determined that it was a hoax. Speaking to the brothers for the first time, they slammed Jussie as a crazy fraudster who went to great lengths to be the poster boy for activism. They even laughed when recalling Smollett shedding tears during an interview. None of us believed him in that interview, by the way. These guys are not just making this up. When we all saw that first interview that he initially had, all of us questioned the authenticity of what he was doing and what he was saying. They said that they couldn't believe, they knew he was a good actor, but they couldn't believe what he was doing and what he was saying at the time. They said the guys are just sitting here laughing, like this guy's really lying to the people. They're talking about Smollett lying through his teeth, not caring, he said, referencing how Smollett even shed a tear during an interview with ABC News in which she denied the attack was a hoax. So this is all now about to take shape. I'm going to be honest with you. These people want him in jail. They're not just letting it go. See, us in the black community, we're so quick to just let people get into stuff and just say, oh, why are we still talking about this? Even with the Meg Thee Stallion case. Oh, the boy been out of jail for 2 years. Why are you trying to put him in jail now? We always give this leeway. So on the of course, the comment section, did they think it was role play? Somebody else said, wait, they made a documentary. Another person said, I don't know how to feel about this. Like, what's the point? Right? Somebody else put, Fox couldn't wait to make this documentary. Shaking my head, I wouldn't dare watch it when it's produced by Fox News. What does it matter? I like to see all the ins and outs of it. You don't know what Fox is producing that you're watching. Let's be clear. Why is it still a conversation 5 years later? Somebody else said, why is this still even a thing? Another person said, why is he not in jail? Somebody else said, why are they playing that African music in the background? I'm hollering. Another person said, y'all feel betrayed by your sneaky link. That's wild. So the Nigerian brothers got scammed? Well, damn. So at the end of the day, we're gonna see how this plays out. I did re-release the video that I done on my channel for it, and we'll see whether or not he wins this appeal. I can see him doing a little bit of time, and then he's out of there in days, right? Jussie needs to suck it up. He made this whole thing up. I don't care if it's been 5 years ago. We can't always be comparing what a white person do versus what a black person do, what another person do versus what another person don't do. Dude, he made up a situation where he created a firestorm and could have had possible division in the community. Whites against black, LGBT against, whatever. The point that I'm making is this guy created a lot of division. I would love to see how this double jeopardy thing is going to play out for him, because technically it's a second investigation based on the fact that there was favoritism in the first. So it's technically not double jeopardy if they found some handling or misuse of power. Then they have the right to call a second investigation. So we'll see how this goes. The first reading again will be on the channel. I personally feel he should be held accountable. I personally feel he should do his time, and I personally feel that he should be there should be a lesson from this. When you let people like Jussie go, they don't learn the lesson. Remember, he lied about this whole thing, and then he even had an incident where he was pulled over by the police, and he was using his brother's ID and lied about who he was. So he has a tendency for not telling the truth. He is a known liar. And so when you have a person who he's a narcissistic, he's a known liar. When you have people like this who get a slap on the wrist, the lesson is never really learned, right? He is friends with Patrice Cullors, so that is interesting to me in itself. So this whole circle, this network of liars and opportunists and fraudsters all hang together. But again, my opinion is that he should do his time, just like the people who, with the college admission scandal. I don't care if they spend 2 days in jail or they spend 10 months in jail. You should be doing the time that you're given and designated. If you do the crime, you should be doing the time, period. And so again, thank you so much for checking this out. This is your girl Chris coming through with another podcast situation. The actual reading itself is back on the actual channel, so you can check it out to see what I said. But we'll see how this goes. And again, if he wins his appeal, he gets to stay home. And if he doesn't, and he's going to have to go back in and serve that time. And he probably won't even serve the whole thing. Technically, if he goes back to jail to serve the rest of his time, the remainder of his time, he probably won't even do 30 days up in there. Technically, right? I remember when he went through his trial, he was hollering and screaming, and I'm not crazy, I'm not suicidal. He was going nuts. So again, once again, putting on an act and a performance. But just imagine, just think about this for a second. Fox News, Fox Nation, or whatever it is, they put this strategically with his appeal so that people can remember what he did, that he created a hoax, and that he used the MAGA and the white thing to create division so that he can garner sympathy. So them putting this out is more about trying to expose him before this trial comes out, trying to make sure he serves his time. This is what this is all about. This is very, very strategic for the people that keep saying, why are they talking about this now? Why do they keep bringing it out? There's an intention behind it. Their intention is to make people see that he was dishonest, to make people see that he created a hoax, and to hopefully people do the right thing and making him serve his time. So this is in an effort to force the hands of the powers that be to make him do his time. This is what this is all about. So thank you so much for watching, or not necessarily watching, but listening. Have a great day. I'll be on Blue Nola Tarot later today, but I just wanted to talk about this situation with Jussie. And again, that's my personal take on it. I don't care if it's been 5 years. If somebody, lied on you and and dishonored you and created a problem for you, I don't care if it's 10 years from now, you want some type of justice on it. So, yep, this is it. That's all. This is your girl, Chris. I'm out. Like, comment, subscribe. And again, thank you for coming through to the podcast. And if you're listening to this recording and you have a reading schedule in the next few days and the next 2 weeks, and you haven't sent your questions for your video upload, please feel free to do so. Your questions are due at least 24 hours prior to your appointment to avoid rescheduling it at any point. Also, I am still offering that $60 special on the website. $60, 6 questions for 35 minutes. People have been taking advantage of it. I'm looking at the schedule right now, and we're on the 23rd. So that's what, a few days left in the month of March. That package is going to be going up to $75. Okay. Again, you're going to have 6 questions, six questions, $60 for 35 minutes. And I'm telling you, by the time you get to your 5th question, your 6th question, you don't even have anything left to ask because I'm so detailed with it. So I look forward to hearing from you. Again, you can book at BlueNolaTarot.com, BlueNolaTarot.com. And this is the just a quick touch, a little temperature check on Jussie Smollett. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if you just never know, because he's in Hollywood. Some people don't see it as serious. You just never know where this could go. But even if he happened to serve time, he wouldn't even serve the whole thing. He just needs to just get over it. Just get it over and done with and do what he's supposed to do, right? Again, the reading is on the main channel for you to see it. And have a great day. Take care. Stay blessed, encouraged, and empowered. Bye-bye.